Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. This is Kim with K Monta's Art Studio, and let's go on a date to the Barnes Foundation. In my opinion, he was the greatest curator of his time. All the things that he worked on and collected were so precise and so amazing that I had to study him. So if you don't know the story of the Barnes Foundation, I definitely recommend you watch The Art of the Steal. The Barnes Foundation was originally in a different location and then moved to Philadelphia, and there was a whole lot of drama, a whole lot of art, and a whole lot of money involved. It's very interesting to hear, and I love it. Love, love, love Barnes Foundation. I love the way he curated his art. I love that he was an amazing collector of renowned, most amazing artists of our time. He is so lucky.
It's like very symmetrical to see
So I've been on this research journey to understand artists, but also understand curators, understand art collectors, and why they collect the things that they do. And what better place to start than the Barnes Foundation? Barnes was an amazing curator, collector, and strong advocate for arts and art education. And the way he created his ensembles, is what he called them, were very strategic. He would observe each painting, understood the composition, understood the medium, the size, the content, and placed them on his wall in a way that complemented each and every piece that was in that space. So if you take the time to observe each of these clips, you'll see consistency, coordination, all the things that make sense within each of those pieces have a through line within every artwork. And it's, masterous. If there was a master of curation, he was the one, in my opinion. So I was on a hunt to find certain Matisse pieces, and this particular room had a few that I really wanted to study. Barnes was a huge collector of Matisse. They were frenemies. They loved and hated each other. Barnes was, from what I hear, not the easiest person to work for. And you'll see the dance later on in some of the clips. And Matisse was commissioned to work on the dance. But there was such a huge feud with that art piece. That mural created a lot of chaos. It's an interesting story, and you'll hear just a little sneak peek of it. So some other things that I like to observe to help boost my inspiration while painting are sculptures, and Barnes had an amazing collection of sculptures. He also collected furniture pieces and textiles. Here is the one and only Dance by Matisse. This is such an impactful piece to me. I am the hugest fan of Matisse. I love all his works. And this next piece that I take a look at made me tear up. Even while doing the editing for this video, I was absolutely in awe. I mean, I'm the type of person that cries when looking at different artworks. Yes, I'm that person. And I was sitting there holding back every single tear. I love this art piece. Look at that sad face. I love. This is probably my favorite piece of all time. And I don't know how to explain it, but this is one that has inspired my artwork, one that has motivated me to do so many things that I do, between the bodies, the landscapes, and the bright vibrancy. That is everything that I embody, that I want to be, that I love, and I'm just a big cornball. There she is, the Dance, the biggest controversial mural that Barnes had. So the story goes that Matisse was working on this for about 2 to 3 years and has so many iterations, so many back and forth telegrams. And when things were done, they realized that they had the wrong size. His canvases were too small for the initial space, and he had to do it all over again. Matisse was so pissed at Barnes. There's no better way to say it, but he was so angry, and he had to do it all over. What I loved about Barnes is that he had no particular style. A lot of the works that he collected varied from landscapes to portraiture to cubism. He collected a lot of sculptures, furniture pieces, metal works was a big thing of his, and he just was an appreciator of fine art. The craft, the brushstroke, the technique. And I just am so impressed by the amount of time that he would take to create these assemblies. I loved every single piece. The architecture of the new building is done by TWBTA, an architecture firm that is pretty renowned, and some of the things in here were so well done. I think Barnes would appreciate the building, even though he's turning in his grave about the story that happened with the moving of the art, and he never wanted his art to be associated with the Philadelphia Museum of Art. But I think he would appreciate the building for sure. Look at it. It's beautiful. Everything about it is amazing. It's so well done. It's just Barnes.
Matisse knew that Dr. Barnes had built an important collection of modern French paintings, including many. Renoir Cezanne. Matisse also reconnected with some of his own early canvases, including Joy of Life, the scandalous painting that capitulated him to avant-garde stardom in 1906. When Dr. Barnes proposed that Matisse paint a mural to fill the three arches, Matisse was hesitant at first. He never done a project of that scale. It would be an enormous time commitment, but Barnes was nothing if not persuasive. He to draw directly on his canvases, attached charcoal to a long bamboo stick to... I have to see where the one that he messed up is. I'll find the story about that, but I'm almost... This far, the artist realized that he had misinterpreted the dimensions written on the paper template. The gallery's paintings, the vertical stretches of wall separating each arch were actually twice as wide as Matisse had thought. His canvases were the wrong size. Telegrams flew back and forth between Dr. Barnes and Matisse as they tried to make sense of what happened.
I hope you enjoyed this date. Definitely like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. So fun.